listening to Average Joe's Chess, a chess podcast made by average chess players, but exceptional lovers.
We're gonna make love to you. Average Joe's Chess. We're gonna make love to you. Average Joe's Chess.
I'm in, Joe. Did you know it's episode 23?
I did not know. It's not like we just did it once and I blundered straight away on the opening line, slurred my words. I genuinely, I'm pissed.
Really?
I've had a few pina coladas and Aperol spritz, and yeah, my words ain't going to be coming out properly today.
Right, proper drinks, pina coladas,
Proper
Aperol
drinks.
spritz.
Oh, yeah. It's really mopping up the 50 samosas I had for lunch. It's beautiful.
50 samosas. Did you really have samosas for lunch, you lucky bastard?
We did. It was gorgeous, man. It was kind of like a birthday celebration type thing for me. So it was my birthday last week. So you got to get the pina coladas and samosas in.
Say that again, you got to get the...
Just
Just checking your pronunciation.
That was awful.
Go on.
That was bad.
Yeah, so Joe, do you know what icocitriophobia is? Icocitriophobia? Phobia.
You're also pissed, aren't you? I can see it in your eyes.
I'm actually drinking Prosecco while we record this. It's like another proper drink like your pina coladas and your Aperol spritz. I've got Prosecco.
I don't know if you realise, but when you went proper drink, you kind of did that motion to your boob. I don't know what that was
Did
about. Oh, you're holding a mug up on you? I was so confused.
So did you know what icostri... Oh,
Not a clue. Go on, fill me in.
It's the fear of the number 23. This is
Is it?
episode 23. Do you know about the 23 enigma?
I don't think so.
Me neither. But apparently it's the belief in the significance of the number 23.
How's it significant?
I don't know. It's like number 23. It's been popularised in books and films, conspiracy theories, and apparently the number 23 appears with unusual frequency in like various contexts, and I'm not reading this at all. Maybe the symbol of some larger hidden significance. I mean, we've just said it loads in this opening segment.
Exactly. I mean, times it by 3 and you've got a really beautiful number. You took that pause and that calculation for everyone trying to work that one out.
Oh, yeah, the number 52. Anyway, so Joe, first, it is episode 23. This week we're talking about...
we're talking about Blitz chess, aren't
are.
we? We are.
We're gonna.
Oh, it's gonna be
Sort
beautiful.
of. I mean, we're gonna be talking a bit about that later on.
Oh, you're so hammered.
Should we start this again?
No. Let's just roll.
keep
We
it
got this.
going.
Come
We'll be here all
on.
night.
Power through.
Yeah, we got National Master Jesse Cohen on as usual from Summit Chess Coach, talking to us all about Blitz chess, giving you some tips and advice and whether we should be playing Blitz, all that sort of thing. We got all our usual stuff, haven't we? We're going to be announcing the winner of the 1 month chess.com Diamond membership. Have I missed anything, Joe? You're going to be giving us a recap of some world chess news, I believe.
Yeah, and also the sickening, sadistic challenge that you set me last week. So we set each other a challenge each week, and yours this week was just disgusting, man.
Oi.
I'm having to hide my scars.
Disgusting, yes. Sexy, yes. Sadistic, I don't know.
I think it was sadistic. We'll get to it. I will, yeah. The
It was
viewers
very
will find
sexy.
out.
I'm
Evil,
sure you
evil,
loved
man.
it.
It
Did
was
you
nice.
listen? Talk about it in a
Okay,
minute. Let's
later.
talk. What about your chess week then, Joe? What you been up to? How's that gone for you this week?
So as you kind of got me hooked a couple of weeks back, you kind of told me about daily chess. I thought it was a load of bollocks, and now I'm just hooked. I know I said this last week, but it just keeps growing and growing. I'm not really playing too much of anything else, so I've gone from the one extreme,
Wow.
which was bullet chess, and now daily chess is my new thing. I've got about 20 games on the go. I've lost 2 games so far. Genuinely, I'm a
You
daily
had
chess
15
whore.
last time. You just had
I
into
know.
the... What's your limit? Are you going to sort of go up to 100 odd games and then...
Well, that's the thing. So I had Charlotte round last night, my girlfriend, and I had to nip off to the bathroom because I had about 15 games where I only had like an hour left on my on my time limit. So I was just, I needed some alone time. So it's like, right, I'll complete that game. It's yeah, it's funny because you know how like Magnus Carlsen will have like 20 games on the go against these grandmasters. I don't know, I'm just doing the really underwhelming version where I'm going to lose about 18 of these games, but it still feels cool. I love it.
20 games. That's impressive, Jofers.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's a completely different entity to bullet chess, so it's just.
Are you winning
I don't know.
them? How's that? How's it all going for you? Actually managed to win these games, and 23 hours. You're making people wait 23 hours. That's bloody harsh, man.
I know. That's it. I don't know what the ethics are around daily chess.
I bet you're winning just because people are resigning because they're like really bloody bored.
I think I'm winning because a lot of them are retiring or dying. Like some of them are just kicking the bucket before I've made my move.
What a great tactic. We could do that.
Exactly.
Couldn't we? Like sneaky tactics to help you win at chess.
Oh, I like that. I mean, we did the psychology one, I found that really interesting. How about
This
you
is
anyway,
good.
Al? How's your chess
Future
week been?
episode.
Fill me in.
It's been good. I just wanted to ask you, the Jokers, you haven't been playing other chess. Are you actually winning at these games? Has your rating gone up? Or, what? I think you're about 1,003 when I had a look. Something like that.
Am I? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I think only 4 games have been completed. Genuinely, it's taken so long. And I think I've won 2, lost 2. Don't quote me on that. So it kind of depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'm in a mood like you where I can take half an hour on a go and I'll just really think about that move and it's likely to be a decent move. But then there's sometimes if I'm at work and I realise, I've got 30 minutes left on about 20 games, I've got to, I don't know, it turns into bullet almost. So you got to kind of whiz through all of them. So yeah, I've got some really dodgy positions. Plus, I'm still hooked on the Dutch defense from the challenge from last week or the week before. I love it, man. It's such an... I don't think I'm playing it correctly. I didn't really... So the way I was doing it is not completely different, but the way Jan told us how to do it in the outro last week, I've kind of tweaked it ever so slightly. So
He told us in Dutch. Are you trying to tell me you actually translated it and now you...
Mate, I'm fluent now.
You're fluent in Dutch?
Oh, yeah. Is that Dutch? It might not be. Probably isn't. But yeah, I'm loving the Dutch defense. But yeah, it's just been a decent chess week. I'm enjoying my chess again. How about yourself?
I also wanted to ask you. You're trying
Go
to
on.
move on to me quickly, but I just wanted to know. I think you're avoiding this bit. So you're saying to Charlotte, "I'm just got to go to the bathroom, darling." And you're going into the bathroom with your phone.
It's a great great. I can't even think of the word.
Are you sitting there for? Don't worry, we know what you mean. Are you sitting there for like an hour then, making all these moves, and she thinks you're crapping, or are you having to make noises like do this sort of sound effects so she thinks you're getting down to the business? Or
Fortunately, those are my natural chess sounds. Those are the sounds that come out of me, whether I'm on the toilet or not. Like, I'm a very intense chess player.
It's like a masking thing, isn't it? So she won't know. Keep her guessing.
Yeah, she ain't got a clue what's going on. But the thing is, I can disappear for an hour and I don't think she cares. She'll just be like, oh, it's gone quiet. I don't know why. My life's better for some reason. And then it'll clock. It's like, oh, Joe's not here. He's been gone for like an hour. Maybe that's why things seem a lot more peaceful up here.
There's that thing that like treat 'em mean, keep 'em keen, keep on chessing, keep them guessing or something.
Ooh,
I don't know.
like
There's
that.
something there, isn't there?
But
It's
I think
almost
it's
as
more
good as
mean for her to have to spend time with me. That's treating her mean. Like, she's getting a nice break from me if I'm playing my chess.
Yeah. Do you know what? Sorry, man. Just in my head, I was thinking of your Knights on the Flanker Wank from last week and how good that was.
That was
I
good,
just
wasn't it?
can't compete, can I? That was just so
Let's
good.
whack that on a t-shirt.
That is a great idea. You shouldn't have said it. Someone else will do that now. But
Let's
we
not
are
whack that on a
actually
t-shirt. Wink,
don't
wink.
do it. We will be creating t-shirts soon, won't we, Jofers?
Oh, we will. You've got a little side hustle where you sell t-shirts and stuff, and yours are amazing. So let's do some chess-themed ones.
Ah, thank you, Jofers. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about my chess week now after that. Well, I got you into this daily chess, 24-hour chess.
Yep.
I've stopped playing it. I've just stopped.
Are you kidding?
You know how I hate losing to Italians? Well, I was playing an Italian I think he was from Bergamo, and I just blundered so badly. I was really upset with myself, and I resigned and didn't play another game. I think my
Can I
career's
ask,
over.
how long did you spend on the move that you blundered?
A long time, and it was so obvious. I shouldn't be blundering in daily chess. It was so obvious, and I thought I just
talk me
lost
through
my
it?
rook. No, and I just trapped my rook. I've erased it from my memory. I'm not talking anybody through. It was horrible, and now I've just given up daily chess. I feel scarred. I feel useless at it. I've gone back to losing at the other forms of chess that are much quicker, and I can blame... With the others, I can blame time. With this one, I can only blame myself and you.
It's true.
So,
Whoa, me!
you're to blame. So yeah, I've given up that. in preparation for today's episode on Rapid, I've played quite a bit of Rapid and enjoyed it. I think I got my rating up to about 1001 something and then dropped it. I've been up to 1003 before, but I tend to just stick around the 1000 mark, up between the 1000, 1100.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a lot of Rapid, not doing too great. We'll talk about that a bit later, but I blunder bloody way too much. I don't know why. I'm just always blundering. But what I've actually really enjoyed this week, there's been two things I've really enjoyed. Chess related. The first one was your mum called me this week, and for those that don't know, she's been getting into chess. She's an adult learner. She's only started as she's listened to this podcast, and it inspired her, which leads me to say share the podcast with someone who doesn't play chess. You might inspire them, or we might inspire them. But anyway, she rang me about chess. We just spoke, and at one point she said, "Do you know, we've been speaking for 45 minutes just about chess."
Oh, I love that.
That's just crazy, isn't it? I was speaking to your mum for 45 minutes about chess. I said to her, this would make a great episode, actually, getting your mum on and talking chess. Good for a beginner, because I was just giving her hints and tips and stuff like that. So that was number one. The second thing was... went to the pub on Friday night with two friends, and one of them came back here afterwards, and same as the other week when my cousin visited, we had the chessboard. I'd just leave it on the table now, and we just sat down opposite each other and just started playing chess. And he hasn't played chess for years, and we used to play as kids together, so going back probably 40, maybe 35 years. We used to sit down and play chess, but we were pretty equal back then because we didn't know what we were doing too much, but we loved playing. And now I'm better than him because I play and he doesn't. But he wanted me to explain stuff, so I was explaining and using my interpretation of, I told him your knights on the flank are wank and other opening principles, and we talked through the game. And it was just so good. We only played one game, talked through it, but I spoke to him yesterday, and he's now downloaded chess.com.
Oh, yes.
He has learnt the London system, because I suggested it might be a good one for him to start with. And he's just getting into chess. So that's just made me so happy. So it's been a good chess week like that.
Oh, it's amazing. That's beautiful. And I heard he repaid the favour by taking you for a drive in his Tesla, and you shit yourself when he went to 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds.
I was going to mention that after in my recap of the week, but I'm happy to do it now. So yeah, as we left the pub, he's got this new Tesla that he's bought, and it does 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. And they suggested I get into it, and me and the other friend we were with, there were 3 of us, and I said, "Nah, I'm not into that." And they went, "Stop being a pussy hole, just get in the car." So I got in the car, and he said, "Where shall I drive?" So there's a country lane I know that's a very straight road, and it was 11 p.m. He hadn't been drinking. He'd just been drinking Coke all night. And he said, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yeah." Oh, my God. It is insane. My head just hit the headrest. My shit just hit the seat. It was scary. I don't like this fast driving. The hedges either side went at warp speed. It shit me up, man. It's so scary.
I'll have to do it in the car. I've just bought a car, so we'll have to do it in mine, because I think mine does 0 to 60 in 14 seconds, and that's not
14, yeah. I'm more up for that, actually. I'd be up for that.
Yeah, that's a classical chess kind of vibe. Yeah.
It is a classical chess of car acceleration, isn't it?
It's the slow burner.
Beautiful. But yeah, that's my chess week, and that's pretty much what I've done this week as well, Joe. Because apart from something I've exceptionally loved, and I'll tell you about that a little bit later on.
Oh, beautiful. Can't wait.
Sure. So, Jofers. How's your waxing going?
You know what?
Have you been waxed lately?
I don't think you're gonna like the answer. I haven't been able to kind of. How can I put this? Let me.
Fuck off! You haven't done it. You haven't done the challenge.
I haven't done it. I haven't.
You haven't.
Of course, I haven't fucking done it.
Get a candle right now.
Burn myself with wax.
Get a candle right now. Come on, I want to see you drink. I don't want to see you.
See, this is the problem. I don't own any candles, which is fine.
I'm going to send you a candle.
Thank you. Have you ever tried to purchase a candle in a shop when you know you're going to be using that candle to burn yourself in a very kind of seductive way? You can't keep a straight face. It's so hard.
I wasn't asking you to go to a sex shop, Joffrey.
Yeah, but boys will be boys.
Candle, play chess, play chess, and just drip candle wax on you. It's a simple challenge.
No, because you involved my girlfriend. You said that Charlotte is the one who has to drip it on me. Like, we can't be bringing her into this sadistic game.
Listen, I'm sure there's a film about this sort of thing. There was a film in the 90s or something. I remember, and it's a very sexy practice, apparently. I don't know why.
Was this
but...
a dodgy film that somebody... I don't even want to know what film this was, but it's not the kind of thing I want to kind of... I don't know. I don't want to play around with this shit. I'll give it a go. But I don't have a candle. I will find a candle.
I will come there with a candle and drip wax on you.
You know what the scariest thing is? So today was like my little birthday celebration, and my mum wheeled out this chocolate cake, and I started panicking, man. I was looking for the candles. I was like, oh no, this is going to be the death of me. Not in front of my granddad, not in front of this and that. I was like, oh, I can't do this. Unfortunately, there were no candles. It was a safe one.
You didn't get candles. That's upsetting, isn't it? You didn't get to blow out your candle. I know you love your birthday and you get all excited.
Oh, you know me. Oh, God, yeah. But send me a candle and I will do this. I owe you candle wax in lieu. Like, anytime you want me to burn myself, send me a candle, I'll do it.
I don't even think it burns that much. I mean, just it's a little sting, I think, depending on where you do it. But I'm going to speak to Charlotte. Send me her number.
Okay. I ain't falling for this one again, Al. I've lost many a girlfriend because of this trip.
No. I was just going to suggest where she could sort of use the wax and which bits of you would be best to drip it on and stuff.
I'll have to sleep with one eye open, won't I?
Your love life you will thank me for this. Your love life will thank me for this. And there's that sexy playlist you got me to create. I thought it would be lovely. In that loft of yours, the mood would be nice. You'd combine in things you love, sexy playlist, bullet chess, candle wax on your bollocks.
You know me so well. I wonder why my Tinder profile never took off with that description. What's funny is she was round here last night and I couldn't sleep, so I put a podcast on. It was just some random... You okay? You just spat out your Prosecco. Okay, we'll continue. So I put on a random podcast. Such a tramp. Put on a random podcast and I realised at like 3 a.m. that it had kind of automatically gone to the next podcast, which was our podcast. But I was too sleepy to turn it off, and I just thought she's going to think I'm such a narcissist that like when she comes round I put on our podcast to sleep to, and I was just like, oh, yeah, it wasn't good.
At least you didn't put it on to make love to. I mean, that would be the best, wouldn't it? Put it on your speakers and
she'd be skipping all my parts to get to yours. I'd be heartbroken.
Oh, Joffrey. All right, fair enough. I'll send you a candle. I'm tempted to bring that candle to you. As soon as my back has recovered enough for me to make that drive, I'm going to get in the car an hour and a half with loads of candles, and
let's do it.
I'm going to drip wax all over you. But then you might get sexy with me, and I don't want that because you're my nephew, and it's just not my sort of thing. But anyway, I'll work something out. I'll work something out with Charlotte.
Can't wait.
And,
okay, let's do it.
I'm going to order you one of those candles that looks like a penis.
Oh, I think this is just your mind, Al. You're just seeing every candle as a penis. Your mind sees what it wants to see.
And every penis as a candle.
Exactly. So how was your challenge last week, Al? Recap.
So you challenged me to learn the Danish defence.
I mean, there was a backstory to this, weren't there, based on what you challenged me the week before?
Yeah, so I challenged you the week before to learn Dutch. Learn the Dutch and learn Dutch. And we had the amazing Jan, who is a member of our chess club, and Jan is also Dutch, and he rated your response. You challenged me to, and he said you were crap at Dutch. He sent me a private message. He said Joe is so shit at Dutch.
Oh, Jan.
Yeah. And I won't tell you what else he said, but and also, so you challenged me to learn the Danish, eat Danish pastry, and that was it, I think, wasn't it? So,
I don't know. I feel like there was a language, a little language thing in there, wasn't there?
Yeah, learn Cantonese and speak Cantonese. So I did play the Danish Gambit. I watched one of Grandmaster Smirnoff's videos on it.
Yeah.
It's very good. I mean, I've programmed one of the lines into chess.com. I didn't even realise you can do that. You can create like a library of lines.
Okay.
So I played it on the like an analysis board, saved it so I could go back over it and learn it. I really dislike it because I'm trying not to play these sort of trappy gambit-y type openings. But the other thing is nobody bloody goes for it anyway. They'll do the initial bit of the Danish Gambit, but they never take the last pawn, which allows me to then carry on with the whole thing that he taught me. Nobody goes for it. But I've still
you can do like a partial
it.
Danish Gambit though, can't you? Where you have to recapture that one with your knight. So you develop your knight, but you don't get that dream double bishop thing, do you?
Exactly, and I wanted the dream double bishop. I really want. Even the bloody chess computer let me down on chess.com.
Really?
I tried it on about 5 different chess bots, and none of them let me. None of them took it.
That's heartbreaking.
So I'll still play it a little bit, but it wasn't the best. The Danish pastries were nice. I did enjoy them. And the Cantonese. So I got my friend Hong Kong Jeff, and he's called Hong Kong Jeff. I want to clarify because I've also got Albuquerque Jeff, who lives in Albuquerque, and I don't like to mix them up. And Hong Kong Jeff lives up the road from me. He's from Hong Kong, great guy, loves his chainsaws, and that's totally irrelevant. But he agreed to record some, because Google Translate hasn't actually got Cantonese on it. So
disgusting. Evil.
Microsoft has, Bing has got Cantonese, so I recorded some phrases, or I learnt some phrases, went over to see him at his house, and I played the Microsoft, and he said it basically was shit. It didn't actually say what it. Yeah, the word order was incorrect and stuff.
Okay.
So then he recorded the phrases himself, sent them back to me, and then I recorded them, sent them back to him. He was going to send me a response, but I think he was just so overwhelmed with my brilliance that he was left speechless. So, I mean, do you want to play them? I don't know how you going to do it, Joe, because you're the editor.
Of course I want to bloody play them, man. I need to hear these.
Okay, so yeah, you play the phrases. I'll try and remember what they actually mean.
All right, let's have a little look. Give me 2 seconds. Let me get these bad boys up. So, because mine were quite rude to you, weren't they, last week? So I'm hoping yours ain't too ruthless.
Mine are not. Okay, I just want to say, before you play them, I went over to see Jeff.
Yep.
And I was explaining to him what I was after. And he's never listened to the podcast, which is amazing, because I thought everyone has listened to the podcast, but he hasn't. So, yeah, I just said to him, Jeff, are there any words, any Cantonese words that... Like, you know how we call people a dickhead and a wanker in English? Are there good Cantonese words? And he just gave me this sort of blank look, because he's just such a nice guy, and he's religious, and, he goes to church. And I just think he didn't want to tell me anything. So I had to modify what I said, and I think he still wasn't too impressed. But anyway, fine, then. Play the first one.
Listen.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Play Jeff's and then play mine, the first one. I'll tell you what the first one means.
All right, let's play the first one.
香港嘅聽眾請請阿 Jo。
香港嘅聽眾請請阿 Jo。
Okay, so enlighten me, Al.
So that one means listeners in Hong Kong hire Joe.
Ooh, okay.
Because, we're trying to get you another job, aren't we? And so I thought if someone's listening in Hong Kong, they could hire you.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Right, shall we roll on to number 2?
What do you think of my Cantonese, Joe?
You know what? I'm surprised. It's it's even more shit than I thought it would be. You've outdone yourself. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I found Dutch way harder than I thought I would. So when I say your Cantonese is it's gonna struggle, but yeah, no, you did good. It sounds good. You've got a nice Cantonese flow to you.
Oh, thank you, man. Did you like the second one? Second one means. Have you played it?
I haven't. Right.
Play the second one, John, first.
俾少少錢佢，佢就可以做任何嘅事。
俾少少錢佢，佢就可以做任何嘅事。
Go on, what does the second one mean?
So it was listeners in Hong Kong hire Joe. Mm-hmm. He will do anything for $1.
You know me so well.
And actually,
what kind of people are going to be hiring me?
A Hong Kong dollar is worth 10 pence in the UK currently, so...
Bargain.
Yeah. I think that's enough, isn't it, for you? You'll do anything.
10 pence is
10p,
double what
won't
I
you?
would usually charge for these kind of favours.
Play the next one, Joe, first.
All right, let's play it.
係任何嘅事。
係任何嘅事。
So what does that mean, huh?
So the whole thing is, listeners in Hong Kong hire Joe. He will do anything for $1, and I mean anything. I mean, I wanted it to be like, and I mean, anything. But I couldn't get that over in my Cantonese accent. It was very hard.
Yeah, it's hard to type that one into Google Translate, isn't it?
It is. And so, I mean, Jeff, he said the first one, 2 thumbs up. The third one, 3 thumbs up. The second one, not bad. He said, basically...
Wait, are these thumbs up anything to do with what I'm going to have to do to get this money? Because 3 is a bit of a push.
You don't think you could get 3 thumbs up?
I don't know. How big is the average Hong Kong thumb?
Oh, you're going to find out, mate. So basically, he said that I sound like I was born in Hong Kong, that if I can play chess as well as I can speak Cantonese, I'll probably end up as a grandmaster and that sort of thing. So he's well impressed with me. Yeah, seriously. So that was pretty much my challenge.
Oh,
I loved
that.
it.
No, that was good.
Actually, I really enjoyed that one. That was a great challenge. You got anything good for me this week?
Oh, I've got the next 2 weeks sorted. So I had family around today because it was my birthday. Yeah, I'm happy.
I'm scared.
And I just asked people who listen to the podcast. So my mom, Luca, my brother. And yeah, they both came up with amazing ideas. This week I'm going to go with Luca's. Next week my mum's. And I love both of them. So I'll go with Luca's. Shall I tell you what it is?
Go on then. I'm a bit scared. Go on.
Okay,
I'm always scared, especially after the waxy one. And I know what Luca's like as well, and I'm not wearing his mankini. I'm not putting that mankini on. I'm not.
No, you don't want to. So, I want you to play 10 games of chess. You can play them tonight or tomorrow morning. So 10 games of chess. For every game you lose, you have to... for every game you lose, you have to... You've got lots of family photos around the house, haven't you? Of your daughters, your party. They're lovely. So for each game you lose, you have to take one of those photos and it's such a dumb challenge, and replace one of the members in that photo with a picture of Kim Jong-un, the dictator of North Korea. And basically, if you do get found out and someone clocks one of these photos, you can't play chess for the rest of the week.
No.
I know. So
That's
out of
horrible.
those 10 games, either win all 10 games, or if you lose one game, just make sure this photo is just so subtle, or if you lose 5 games, you're going to have to make it even more subtle. So yeah, good luck.
Oh, you bastard Luca and you bastard Joe for agreeing to do this. That's horrible. I mean, I was loving it up until that you can't play chess. They're very observant. They're going to notice. And my oldest daughter listens to the podcast, so can we count her out? Because she's going to be aware of this challenge.
Yeah, okay. So just youngest daughter and partner.
Youngest daughter for Kim Jong... What's his name?
Kim Jong-un? Or you can do Kim Jong-il, whichever you want, either of the two.
Oh, thanks. Because that's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, we just need to hope that your partner is identical to one of those two.
Oh, what a great challenge. Thanks, Luca. Thanks, Joe. Looking forward to it. That's brilliant. Thank you.
There we go.
And
go on, hit me up. What have I got?
do you think in Korea someone's doing the same challenge and in Kim's house and they're replacing pictures of him with me and you?
Imagine. He's like, oh,
if you're listening to this, Kim, do it. Can I call him Kim? Or is that too informal? He won't mind.
He seems like the kind of guy that would invite us out there and just let us chill with him for a bit.
I reckon.
Like, once you see past all the... Oh, you've just... Was that a fly? Oh, ow. Come on.
It's a mosquito.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
like to squash them normally, but... Anyway, your challenge, Joe, first.
Go
on. So, I wanted to set you a nice one after the waxy one. Now it makes me think in future I'm going to have one in reserve in case you haven't done it, and then I'll make it even worse. I thought so I've actually set you a really nice challenge. So a few episodes back, you went on Reddit, I believe, pretending to be the secret grandmaster, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you were telling people you were a grandmaster, that saying you could give out advice, etc., etc., and then you were giving really ridiculous, stupid advice and answering their questions. Yep. And I remember you really enjoyed that one.
I loved it.
And it was really funny listening to the answers. So I wanted to give you something similar.
Okay.
As it's now October the 1st and we're in this sort of autumnal season heading towards Halloween, it's a sort of spooky, otherworldly challenge where what I want you to do is go back onto those forums, new profile, and claim to be a psychic, like a clairvoyant. Go on the chess forums and say that you can make contact with dead chess grandmasters and legends, and just see if people have got questions for them, and then come up with responses.
Okay, no, I like that. That's
hopefully
quite
people
quirky.
will engage with you. I think they will.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got questions. If you can get hold of some of the, things for Bobby Fischer and stuff like that, if you
I'm
can
definitely
help.
going to piss off the grandchildren of like Lasker and Fisher and all these greats that I'm just going to really run through the mud.
But I don't think we can get sued if you say anything bad about dead people. I've looked into this. I think we're okay in the UK at least.
Okay.
No, I'm
Plus,
not.
if
I'm
I
not
am
sure,
really a
but
psychic and it's true, then you can't hate the truth.
it's true. That's true. You can't. Yeah. I mean, if anybody does want to sue us, sue Joe. It's him who's doing this, not me.
I'll take it. It's fine. All of my assets are in your name, so let's do it.
So that's challenges. Joe, first, let's talk about our chess club. We've got a chess club on chess.com. We're going to organise a tournament, aren't we, this week?
First ever tournament. We're up to 54 members now, I think. So I think that's enough members to kind of, get a nice little tournament on the go. What are you thinking? Blitz, Rapid, Classical? What are we doing?
I'm not thinking anything. I'm just
Perfect.
thinking we'll have a tournament. I'm looked into it at all. What I'm thinking is there's some players who are much higher rated than me and I'll probably lose. But I'm going to learn something, hopefully.
Well, I think we did a tournament once. Me and my friends all joined it, and we're all different ratings, but they were getting paired against people that were similar ratings to them. I was getting paired against people that were similar ratings to me. I don't know if it'll be the same with us, but possibly. Who knows?
Let's do it. I mean, let's try and rig it if we can. I'd like to win it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so we're going to have a tournament. We're up to 54 members. Every member that's in the club for the last 3 weeks, maybe this is week 4 or week 3, I can't remember, has been eligible to get a 1-month diamond membership to chess.com as a gift. Not every member's eligible. Every member's eligible, but we're not giving them to every member. We're putting you in a draw to win.
The Prosecco's taking over your brain.
It is.
Kicking in.
I'm going to switch. I've got some green tea here. I'm switching to the green tea.
Nice.
I'm going to pour Prosecco in it. So, Joe, you're going to spin your spinny wheel again like you've done the last few weeks. And we're going to get a winner of this week's episode 23. We're going to get a winner who's going to get that 1-month chess.com diamond membership. Joe first, spin the wheel.
Let's have a little look. Here we go. We're spinning. We're still spinning. Come on now.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy.
Oh. It's slowing down.
It's the Prosecco.
And it's slowing.
It's not the wheel.
Here we go. Oh, how nice is this music, by the way? Loving this music. And it starts
I'm dancing.
on Devonte Custard of the UK.
Devonte. Oh, I've seen that guy in the club. Devon T.E. Custard, like Devon Custard, but with a T.
As in Devonte Custard, which I literally just said.
Devonte Custard, you've won a 1-month diamond membership to chess.com, and I'll be sorting that out and sending that over. Should we do it with some other giveaway this week, Joe? First,
I mean, why don't we do it for the tournament? Whoever wins the tournament gets it.
Nah, that's just bullshit. It's going to be a good player who's already a diamond member.
That's a good point. See, this is why you're the
What
brains of
about
the
we
podcast.
do it this week? Let's mix it up. Anybody, you don't even have to be on chess.com. I think you're in with a really good chance of winning it this week, because all you have to do is leave us a rating on Spotify, leave us a rating on Apple, write a review if you can, and just tell us you've done that. Email into averagejoeschess@gmail.com. Send us a screenshot if you can, maybe. I don't know. Can they do that, Joe, first? It's a bit tricky now. It's getting complicated, isn't it?
No, I like it. It sounds good to me. So,
just tell us you've left us a review. I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be like 1 or 2 people do this, but you're in with a really good chance of winning, and it'll really help us out because we need as many reviews and ratings as we can to keep moving up.
It's funny because we started off as like the 50th chess podcast, or well, bottom obviously, and I don't know, where are we nowadays? I haven't even checked.
I think we like number 8. We were number 1 at one point, then number 8.
Take number 8.
They keep shuffling it all the time. It doesn't matter. It just encourages us, really, doesn't it?
It's lovely. It's good fun.
I mean, we've discovered you're a narcissist who makes love to your own podcast. So if you could you could even get people to leave reviews, and then we can record them, and you can just play them over and over while you're doing your stuff.
That could be a thing, actually. Leave us the funniest review you can, and we'll read it out on the next episode.
Oh, that'd be good. So, I mean, yeah, you're in with a good chance of winning if you leave us reviews. And join the chess club. It's going to be fun. I don't think you have to enter the tournaments, do they?
Nah. There'll be, I think, later down the line, there's going to be a lot more that we can be doing. So there'll be different forums. You can maybe set challenges for the two of us, just have a laugh. I don't know. Might even be lessons in there from National Masters. Who knows? There could be access to a whole.
You know, Joffrey. You know, because you're a psychic and a clairvoyant.
There you go. It just came to me out of nowhere.
You're like the guy on Phoenix Nights, aren't you? That's you. I want to see you looking like him next week. What's his name?
Clinton Baptiste. Love him.
Look up Clinton Baptiste.
I'm getting the word.
That's actually what Joe looks like. If you want to know what Joe looks like, look up Clinton. Type into Google now, Clinton Baptiste. That is Joe.
Same fashion sense and everything, can it?
You just remind me of him. So, Joe Fizz, you've been watching chess this week. You've been watching the AI Cup.
Yeah, I thought we had gone places. I thought it was the Owl Cup. I was like, oh my, I don't know.
Was it not the Owl Cup?
No, apparently it's AI.
It's bastards. I told them to put Owl. They did
AI.
No.
Yeah, it's AI. It was a good cup. Do you know who won?
I haven't followed it at all. I think I saw some. Actually, the other week you told me like HGV or something, didn't you? And I thought you were talking about lorries, but it wasn't lorries. It was something else. What was it?
Yeah, none of those letters. MVL. It's close enough.
You said MVL, and I was thinking, what the hell is MVL? And what's his name?
I think it's Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, something like that.
So you're good at French as well. You're so good at French.
Oui. Yeah.
Oh, very sexy.
But yeah, it was him against Magnus in the final, and he won. But the biggest thing for me, I don't know if it was this tournament or the last tournament, but I don't think we've spoken about it. It's a big thing to me. I've never seen it. But it just shows that everyone makes errors. Magnus missed a mate in 3. It was a bloody hard one, but all the commentators were like, wait, there's mate in 3 here. You know, when you see the evaluation bar just drop. Yeah. And he missed it, but then he realised like 5 minutes later, because he must have, I don't know how, like once I've made a move, I don't think about previous moves, and you just see him kind of like, I don't know, almost collapse back into his chair.
Like a Homer.
Yeah, no, genuinely, and you could just see the emotion wash over his face, and it was a lovely mate in 3. It was like a queen sacrifice, and then bish, bash, bosh. Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh, I should watch it.
You should, man. It's been good fun. It's and I think they're looking for a chess commentator now, so one of us should get in.
That's right. Simon Williams has left at the moment, hasn't he? So Ginger GM is no longer commentating for chess.com. Chess.com, Joe is available.
I am.
He's available, and as we know, he'll do it for $1, 10 pence.
Exactly.
10 pence, which is probably even like 5 cents in American money, isn't it?
Bargain. I can be brunette GM, or I got brunette hair. I don't even know. Black hair? What hair have I got?
I don't know what. Joe, you should know what your own hair colour is, man.
I don't look in the mirror that much. When you got a face like mine, you avoid mirrors.
I can tell that, dude.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. You were wearing the same T-shirt last week, man.
No. It is the exact same T-shirt. Believe it or not, we have this thing called a washing machine, and
what?
I know. I can put the T-shirt in it, and then I can wear it like twice in a week. It's amazing.
The funny thing is, you've got this thing called a washing machine, but you've never used it. You just give it to your mum. I guarantee, if I ask your mum... Yeah,
she's the washing machine that I was referring to. Once she gets going, the woman's a machine, man.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's your mum and dad, isn't it? You've never used it yourself.
Yeah, it's mate. When I hit 30, I reckon I'll take on the responsibility.
It's a good time to learn. But
I'm a kid.
You can be the next chess.com commentator. I might send a message into them. We've got contacts there. I'll send a message offering your services. I'm sure they will not be interested at all. So let's send it in. I'll even say you could do it in Dutch for them.
Easy. Let's do it.
Or you could do it all in a French accent. You sounded very sexy when you were saying that HGV guy.
Yeah, and I have got a stripy black and white top on, so I either look French or I look like a waiter at Pizza Express. It's one of the two. I'm not sure which.
So yeah, this guy, I've never even heard of him. Is he a big name in chess now then? Well, he must be.
Yeah,
He's
it's like
Magnus.
15 syllables, man.
That's good, that's quick.
Thank you.
Just out of interest.
He's a good player. I think he was, don't quote me on this, maybe like number 5 seed or... I don't know. He's a very strong player. I don't know too much about him myself, but I know his name, which means he must be pretty decent. Because I don't.
We'll do an episode on him on our Master Chess series. Yeah, we will. I wrote to Magnus's dad, and I did say and he wrote back, nice guy, as we said last week. But I did say, don't let Magnus listen to the podcast; it'll mess up his chess. And then we noticed we'd had about 7 downloads from Norway, and then Magnus loses.
Coincidence? I think not.
Is there such a thing as coincidence? I don't think so, Joe.
Exactly, and we're yet to get a single download in France. That's why the French Grandmasters at the moment are just amazing.
Oh my God, yeah. Magnus, if you're listening to this, just stop, man. Just stop. Exactly. It's not doing you any good.
But yeah, I reckon we should get this Maxime guy in for our tournament. I think he'd be a good addition to the team.
We should. Do you reckon he could join our club?
Yeah, easy. Let's get. Oh, imagine getting a Grandmaster in. I mean, we've already got a National Master.
We have.
I love our club. It's a nice. What do they say in the Mafia? It's like this thing of ours. That's how I feel about the club.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Oh,
and we've got National Master Jesse Cohen, who we've also got on the show right now because he's going to be answering some questions about Blitz chess.
Oh, that transition was smooth. That was beautiful. Big fan of that. Smooth.
Thank you. So, Jofus, should we talk Blitz?
Let's talk Blitz, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
How are your Blitz this week?
My Blitz? I ain't played Blitz in about 4 months, so I'm very unprepared for this. But I love... Well, no, I don't love... I actually don't like Blitz. I don't know what I'm talking about. Then the pina coladas are coming back. I'm not a Blitz man.
You do like Blitz. You used to play Blitz.
Oh, so I should say this to the viewers. Al is still yet to... get what the difference is between Blitz, Bullet and Rapid. I like Bullet and I like Rapid. I'm not very good at Blitz.
Actually, Jofers, my research this week has led me to realise that Bullet is also Blitz.
How do you mean?
I think Blitz just refers to like short time chess, and Bullet is a form of Blitz.
Ah, interesting. Okay, is Rapid not part of that?
I might have made it up. I don't know. I don't think Rapid is. No, I don't think so. But it could be. Why are you asking me?
I don't.
I
don't know.
Think I know stuff about chess just because I've got a chess podcast?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Are you a Blitz guy, Al, or are you not really into it?
I always used to play Rapid. That was my thing. 10-minute Rapid, and then recently, I think it's just down to I haven't got as much time. I've started playing a lot of Blitz. I think I can actually tell you because I wrote down some figures on this Average Joe's Chess account. So this isn't including my other account that I've played thousands of games on. But the Average Joe's Chess, over the last month or two, I've played 379 matches.
And have you raised your family during that week?
My what? What are they? I have my chess family. Yes, we've got 54 members in the chess family.
I love that.
And lots of people listening to the podcast. It's going well. And Beautiful. I've had 202 wins and 161 losses.
That's a pretty good ratio, you know.
It's not too bad. 16 draws. I don't even know if that adds up to 379, but it could do. But either way, I've started playing more Rapid. I never used to play it at all. I can't decide whether... I don't like 3-minute. 3-minute and the increment I can handle. 5-minute I quite like. But I'm not good at it. It's not my thing in terms of I run out of time quite often.
Yeah, it's really hard to gauge that time because it is that weird in between Bullet and Rapid. So Rapid, you take your time. Bullet, you rush. Blitz, I feel like I either rush it or I just kind of... I don't know. I just kind of dilly-dally a little bit.
Is that why you don't play it then?
I think so. It's just I don't enjoy it that much if I'm going to think more about my moves. So Bullet is just, it's practical. You're on the toilet, you can whack out a minute game like it's nothing.
Do you always play with your Blitz on the toilet quite often, do you?
Yeah, well, to be fair, the Blitz does sound like some kind of Cockney rhyming slang for having the shits, and I'm on antibiotics at the moment, so I think I could be having the Blitz coming in.
I think it sounds more like bits, like you're playing with your bits. Your mum tells me she can hear you playing with your Blitz all the time.
To be fair, I have become quite an aggressive chess player. Like I said earlier,
God,
some of the
glad you said chess player then.
Oh.
Playing with your
yeah.
Blitz, aggressive. Go on.
You know how it is. No, I was just gonna say Blitz. It's just not my most enjoyable, but it's probably the most popular, it seems, amongst grandmasters at the moment in terms of online chess. I think that tends to be where people gravitate towards. I don't know. I think especially if they're creating content on YouTube, because you can understand it more than Bullet, because Bullet's just
Bullet's
way
too
quick.
fast, yeah.
Yeah. So the viewer can understand it more, they can follow the game, but also in terms of the attention span, and Rapid is maybe a little too slow for some people to watch.
But what about in terms of, do you think if you play a lot of Blitz? So I guess the problem is, what is real chess? What, is classical real chess? Is Blitz? Is Bullet? Is Rapid? People can say classical because World Championships are always over classical and stuff. But they're all, they're all games within the same. They've all got the same rules. You're using the same pieces. It's just a time that's different.
Yeah.
But does speed chess ruin your sort of long game?
I mean, Jesse goes on to talk about that, but I just want to kind of add, I think in the same way that football has evolved over the years and stuff, I think chess does as well. So classical was the norm, and classical was seen as how you would judge a chess player. So you wouldn't look at like Fischer and just say, oh, you're shit at Bully, you're a shit chess player. It's like you judge them based on their classical. That is the go-to metric for whether someone is good at chess or bad at chess. Whereas now I think that we're slowly moving away from classical. It's still seen as that. It's still seen as the main thing to judge someone on. But I think in like 15, 20 years, we're going to see less and less classical, because it's just, I don't know. I think in terms of chess having this massive like viewership and people watching online chess and whatnot, people aren't going to be watching classical games in the same way that they'll be watching Rapid and Blitz.
Oh, Jophas Baptiste, your vision of the future.
Oh, there we go.
I wonder if there's a correlation, because like if you looked at a grandmaster, they're going to be highly rated at classical chess.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be shit at Bullet. They're not going to be like 200
some
rated
are,
at Bullet.
No, not that shit.
They're going to be at least better than us. They're going to be 2,000 a bit minimum, and 2,000 at Blitz, 2,000 at Bullet, 2,000 at Rapid minimum.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a correlation between being a good chess player at classical, and then you're going to just be good at all the other things, I would imagine. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't see.
And I don't think the reverse is true. I don't think if you get amazing at Bullet, I don't think you'd be very good at classical.
That is true.
You might be, but I think
if
you're
you
good at
only
classical,
ever played Bullet.
Yeah. But I think if you get good at classical, you can probably over time become quite decent at everything else, I'm guessing.
Should we play
funny.
Jesse's answer?
Yeah, we're doing that thing again, aren't we? Where we talk nonsense about things we don't actually know anything about, when we've got a national master waiting for us to answer the questions.
Playing.
Okay, so the question was, does speed chess ruin regular chess? And this is what he said.
Very important question. Does speed chess ruin long chess? And I do believe this is something that we talked about before, but it's a constant question because especially old style coaches are the ones who say, stay away from quick chess, stay away from speed chess. And there's a lot of truth that goes into that, especially for kids, because it can teach kids to go so fast and have trigger finger and not exert patience like they need to. However, it would also be a mistake to have kids only play slow games, because then if a quick situation comes around, they will panic and not know what to do. So I'll just say that about 70% of your training should be longer time controls, and about 30% of your training should be shorter time controls. If you are working with a kid, you need to find balance here, because if you only do long stuff, it might not be very exciting, they might lose interest, and that just might be everything there. So again, you have to kind of base it based on the student as well, to balance their enjoyment with pursuing the right things.
Okay, so yeah, it's interesting. So he seems to think that we should divvy it up, maybe 70% on the longer forms of chess, and I'm guessing 20% on the other, so you get the full 100. But yeah, the 70-30
This is what you
split.
never get a 69, isn't it, when you're doing that maths? So he did say that, yeah. 70-30. Yeah.
God, Al, your insight on this is just, it's mind-blowing. I could
Well,
listen
you
to
know
that
what?
all day.
I think that for me, it's if you can play fast, it's been helping in my rapid games, I would say, because you can just play faster. But I'm not talking bullet. But when we even these sort of rapid games, just playing faster helps with it. And also, I think it means I can choose an opening, like for example, the Danish this week, and just play loads of games, just loads of Danish games. Whereas if I was playing it on classical at 10 minutes, I'm not going to get as many games in to practice that opening. So I guess it depends what you want out, doesn't it, out of chess? If you just want to improve your blitz, then play loads of blitz. If you want to improve your classical, well then or your longer games, you've got to play more of the longer games, but play a bit of blitz. I guess that's what he's saying, isn't it?
It's very true, and I think, he's got a good point. I think you definitely need to lean slightly more towards the longer forms of chess if you actually want to learn and develop, because I learned nothing from bullet other than how to make moves quickly. Like, in terms of actual theory and stuff, it's shite. I'm so bad. I'm just making
I've been playing
moves.
bullet this week, and I've been winning more than I've ever won.
Yeah.
And it's because I switched to 1 minute plus 1 second.
Okay.
And I can just play fast, but I'm playing shit. I'm just playing faster than they're playing, that's all.
Exactly.
In fact,
part of the game.
I read this week that in Blitz chess there's 2 opponents. One is your opponent and the other one's the clock. It's true,
like
isn't it? Oh,
that would sound so much more wise than your Cantonese, Al. Go on. Don't
ask Jeff. I'll ask Jeff for a translation. I'm not going to just make it up. I haven't actually developed that sort of Cantonese level of skill as yet.
No. It's I'm kind of interested in the second question, if you don't mind me moving on.
Please.
So, we wanted to know what are the best openings for Blitz. What do you usually go for, Al?
Well, this week, obviously, as I said, I've been playing the Danish. I play King's Gambit for white because I know some nice trappy things in it, and it makes it open, and a lot of players aren't used to facing it. Black.
We're giving away all of our secrets, aren't we, ahead of this tournament?
I know. Black, I like the Scandi.
Yeah.
Or I've been playing the sort of King's Indian or Perk defences. That's about it, really. That's what I do. What about yourself, Jophers?
I just like throwing any random stuff together. I love the Danish and stuff, but I don't know enough openings to kind of vary it, so I just do just random shit. I don't really mind. I don't really do the London too much because I think they know what's coming, and I don't know, I like to have a bit of fun with my bullet and my blitz, so I kind of, just any old shit. It's not the most beautiful answer, but But
I think complicated positions, as you said, complicated tactical openings. I noticed that one thing you can do is just steal your opponent's time by making them have to think.
Yeah.
Don't let them play on autopilot, just give them something weird and out the blue. And I think that definitely helps me win more games sometimes. I think that's why the King's Gambit works for me. I did look up on the internet some ideas of what openings can work. The hedgehog, have you tried that?
I haven't.
Nah, you've never had a hedgehog?
I never have.
I'm going to make you have a hedgehog when you have your waxy candle. Also, it sounds like, like you can get a Brazilian.
Yeah.
Or a landing strip. I'm going to give you the hedgehog. I'm going to get
really prickly.
That is. Waxy. Yeah, the wax could make like little spikes.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, the English. You play that?
Not properly. I've played the first move, but then anything I do after that first move is just bollocks.
I mean, you can't even speak it. The Queen's Gambit accepted.
Yeah.
The Scandi. You do play the Scandi, don't you?
I love my Scandi.
The Caracan.
A little bit. Yeah, I like the Caracan.
I like facing the Caracan because I've got a nice little trap I play against.
Do you push
it,
forward?
A lot of people fall into that. And the French, they were ones the internet suggested. I don't know. I might give them a try. They didn't suggest the Danish that you made me play this week, which maybe is why I lost so many games.
My apologies. So that's what the internet says. Let's see what Jesse says.
I think you've already said what Jesse says.
Have I? Fuck, I haven't played it.
You have played it?
I bloody haven't. I genuinely ain't played it. I think so. Yeah, I haven't played it.
Well, do you know what? Play it again. He talks a lot of sense. We can hear it twice. It doesn't matter.
There we go. Twice is nice. Let's go for it.
There are many openings that work really well for Blitz, but you'll notice that many top-level players often employ different openings in Blitz than they do in classical chess. Oftentimes, these are more tactical, complicated variations that if their opponents had a lot of time in a classical situation, would be able to think through and find refutations that get equalization equal or easily and just kind of shut down the play. But they understand that in Blitz games, there are certain complicated positions that they can create that they know their opponent simply doesn't have enough time to work through. And so, I mean, I would definitely recommend playing more complicated situations that are of a higher risk versus reward factor in speed games.
So yeah, he was saying that, yeah, tricky openings, kind of like what you said. So I think he was answering before he answered this.
Was it because he's already played his answer?
He hasn't his first answer, the bloody 70%, 20% thing.
Oh,
Al,
no,
don't
you need
fuck
to
with a
rewind
psychic,
this. You might be a psychic, but you can't remember what happened 2 minutes ago.
I do love in Phoenix Nights when he's putting up the poster and he spelt psychic wrong and Brian Potter's like, piss kick? What the bloody hell's a piss kick? Alright, let's move on to number 3 anyway. So, how to blunder less in chess. Should we start off with Jess's answer?
Please.
Let's go for it.
How can we blunder less in Blitz? How can we blunder less in general? I don't have an amazing answer for you. I wish I did. The answer is to work on tactics, and work on them some more. I've said this in a previous podcast, and I'll keep saying it. Tactics are the number one most important thing you will ever do to get better at chess. Tactics, drills, playing in tournaments. Like, so much more important than memorizing an opening. If your tactics are weak, then you could come up with some great YouTube opening and you could have some neat situation that you've created, and then boom, you fall for a tactic, whether it's a tournament or a fast game, and that's everything. The biggest thing I can think of is if you want to be good at Bullet, you should have at least a tactics rating on chess.com of at least 2,000 to 2,400, and it's got to be something that you have to want it and thirst for it and seek after. You've got to look hard for checks, captures, and threats. You've got to want it, and you will start finding them easier and more likely.
So yeah, simple as that. Do more tactics, drills, and tournaments. And, you know, the first tournament that you can enter can be the Average Joe's Chess Club tournament that is coming this week.
Oh. Yeah, I think blundering, I am... Oh, it's so annoying. Like today, I had a really nice game going, lovely position, but they pushed their pawns to my second rank there, you know.
Yep.
So I was white. They pushed it to the second rank, and I thought, well, I played this really lovely tactical move. I ended up a piece up.
Okay.
It worked out beautifully for me, and then I took this pawn with my queen. Yet that pawn was defended by another pawn, so they just took my queen.
Fucking hell.
How could I not spot a pawn defended by another pawn? And how could I just let my queen... How could I blunder a queen? So that made me think I played too many matches in a row. I was on maybe match 7 or 8, back to back. I think it's worth playing a few, taking a break, coming back, if you're that interested in winning. I think there comes a point, for me anyway, I can't play for a long period and sustain that level of concentration. So I think blundering, and I also read, and I find this myself, if you can play well, our sort of ratings and below, if you can play well, the opponent's just going to blunder eventually and you're going to win.
True. It's true.
You only have to just limit your blunders. You don't actually have to play like some sort of chess genius. Just don't blunder.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time you can just play safe moves, can't you? And just wait for them to kind of cock up a little bit.
I sometimes blunder because of touching the screen by accident.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's a really annoying one. Where
Maybe if you didn't have such big man boobs, you wouldn't be accidentally pressing up against the screen. It's those Danish pastries from this week's challenge, isn't it?
I've got to cut them out. I've got to stop.
Nah, you're looking good. You're looking good. Should we move on to question number 4? How to get better at Blitz? I think that's the question everyone wants to know, isn't it? So let's hear what Jesse said.
Unfortunately, the best way to improve your Blitz rating is learning how to play reasonable chess moves at a quick speed, period. You don't need to come up with all these crazy, amazing ideas. Lots of times, it's just about being able to play one good move after another that are reasonable without losing. And if you just string those together, eventually your opponent's going to do something stupid, and if you pay attention, you'll capitalize.
Okay, it's kind of similar to what you was just saying. Oh, you're a genius, so play regular moves at a good speed. It doesn't have to be these genius moves. Just make solid moves, don't blunder, and do them at a fairly good speed.
Exactly, just play thoughtful chess.
And cheating's always a bonus as well. Say if you can't be asked to do that, just, I don't know, get a chess engine on the go. Sorted. Happy days.
Don't listen to Joe. If you're in our chess club, you're going to get banned from chess.com.
Yep.
As is Joe. But that'll save us getting you a diamond membership, Joe. So
exactly. Money in your
I just
pocket,
bought
that
you
is.
one for your birthday, but I'm going to cancel that. But yeah, another way I read you can get better. I mean, a lot of people probably do this, but some might not know, is using pre-move. It can just save you so much time if you pre. And I've only just realised that you can do multiple pre-move. So sometimes if I'm trying to advance a pawn to the end and we write in the end game, I'll just do multiple pre-moves. So it's done 4 moves in a row.
Of course.
I think
I've just thought of a really good chess challenge for you later down the line. Okay. Remind me for a few episodes down the line. I got something good for you.
I won't do that. And the other things I've read that can help you, using your intuition and using pattern recognition. So learning those checkmate patterns, doing what we said last week in the end game episode. If you haven't listened to that, then there's some great advice in that. I think that was a really good one. There's some play the drills, Jesse was saying, do the drills, do the tactics, learn the pattern recognition, but especially in the end game, because by the time you've reached the end game in a blitz game, you probably haven't got a lot of time. And if you're then having to think, how can I win this game? Am I in a winning position? Is this a draw? Have I got enough pieces to do? You're just going to lose. But if you could actually recognise those things so quickly, you'll probably win on time. And you'll win because you know how to play the end game well. So
true.
I think that is a big help.
100%. I mean, even with some of the checkmates, so let's say a ladder checkmate, if you can recognise that, you can pre-move that. So it's even if you've got 0.1 seconds on the clock or something ridiculous, bam, you've still got it.
So annoying losing when you're in a winning position, but you just lose with 0. But then, I've been reading about this flagging. Do you know what flagging is? Don't ask me. I'm going to give you a bad answer. Come on, what is it?
So essentially, you're playing a game of chess, and you're probably in a worse position, but you just try and out-time your opponent. So you try and make them lose on the clock by doing really quick moves and not giving them enough time to checkmate you, essentially.
And I've read some stuff on it, and it's sort of frowned upon by a lot of people. They think it's unsportsmanlike. But to me, it's just like, okay, if this player has taken, like, if they've taken longer than me, but they're beating me, that's because they've took longer than me and they've thought about their moves more than me. So I shouldn't get penalised for playing faster or frowned upon. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I had such an annoying friend who I would beat, and he'd have a better position than me, but I'd still have like 57 hours left on my clock, and he'd run out of time. It'd be like, it's not fair, man. If I didn't run out of time, it's like, yeah, but you did. You lost. You ran out of time.
Because you thought about your moves for so long. Yeah. Anyway, what was our last one, Joe, first?
Our last one was, should you worry about your blitz rating? And this is what Jesse said.
I think worrying about any rating is a good idea. The question was, should I worry about my blitz rating? And I'm going to say that this is way easier said than done, because most of us worry about our ratings because it takes so much time and energy to get them. But in a perfect world, you wouldn't care about that, because you know that the number doesn't really have anything to do with your ability to play better chess. It's not going to tell you if you played a game really well or anything like that. So focusing on your strategies and applying them is way more important.
Yeah, exactly. So your rating doesn't tell you how well you played in the game, etc. What does tell you that is your accuracy. And Al, your accuracy has been mad. I know you said it last week, but I need to bring it up again. In your daily chess.
This week. My daily chess. I just had 2 games at like high 90%. I checked today. I think one of my blitz games I won it, but it was something like 56% accuracy.
Oh, that hurts.
Really
is that even chess? That's just checkers then.
Yeah. I just had a fluky 2 games. I think that's all it come down to. But yeah, did we actually ask him? Does your rating count? I don't think we asked him that, did we? Didn't we ask him something like, how can you improve your rating? Or
no, it was like, should you worry about your blitz rating? So in the thing that he just said as well. Yeah. And sorry, this is awkward for the listener. So me and Al don't actually listen to what you guys are listening to. We listen to it before the podcast and we remember the answers. Well, we at least try to. But yeah, so he was just saying, like, focus on your strategy. That's way more important. And don't worry about the rating, which is exactly what you've been telling me for years, Al. I need to let certain ratings go and just play for the fun of it.
It really doesn't matter, does it?
Doesn't? It's a number, man. Who cares? Like, when I die, is someone going to look back and be like, oh, Joe was only bloody 1,200. What a knobhead. Nah.
Yeah, we're all going to do that. What you want?
You're going to get up on my funeral, aren't you, and get out my chess.com ratings and some of my blunders.
Look at this. Look what a dickhead he was.
How you mourning this bellend he used to blunder his queen on me for?
Your tombstone, I'm just going to put a chessboard on with all your best blunders, like an interactive one. A screen that's just playing all your blunders and watching
that chess.com analysis with the question mark and the exclamation mark.
That's the one. But it really doesn't matter, does it? As long as you're enjoying the game. But, come on, everybody wants their rating to be higher.
It's cool, yeah. Yeah, naturally you want to because you got that competitiveness in you. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't play chess online. You just play against a computer or against yourself or whatever. So it is nice to see that go. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It is literally just a bunch of numbers put together. In my case, it's a bunch of okay numbers. In your case, it's a bunch of, good numbers. It would be nice to get them. Al, no.
Hold on. We're saying in your case, a bunch of okay numbers. What did you say? Okay. Rate? Is this your rating that your girlfriend gives you, or is this a rating on Blitz?
Hey, she does not give me a good rating. Trust me. I think in her eyes,
it's because you're in the toilet all the time, grunting and playing rapid daily chess games.
Although, I know we're getting towards the end of the podcast, but I just want to throw it in there. I did have my first lesson with Charlotte last night, and fucking hell, she is a natural. I'm not going to lie. She is good.
Stop. Chess lesson.
Chess lesson, yeah.
Oh, thank God for that.
That's okay.
Really? Okay, well... Oh, man. Well, look, John T has been really busy.
Sorry. Shall we just recap to people who have just come in? This is their first episode. Me and you, we're training up some amateurs. They're going to play against each other. Whoever wins, I don't know what we win, but we win something. So I've got my girlfriend. You've got your John T.
I've got my girlfriend. You've got your John T. Well, my John T is no amateur.
Oh
no. He's the things he's going to do to your girlfriend.
Can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. Yeah, let's put them in a private room. They can play or do whatever. And we'll see what the end result is.
But he's been busy. We haven't been able to get into our training as yet. That's coming up. We have been messaging each other. He's well up for it. But we just haven't got around to starting yet. But that's going to happen, Jofers. Should we tell people what we've been exceptional? Tell us, what have you been doing this week, Jofers? Any more to add on Blitz before we finish?
No, I think I'm happy with what we covered. Some really good advice in there from you as well as Jesse. Not so much from me, but yeah, some good advice.
Are you going to play more Blitz?
I will. I do want to. I think that will be my challenge, my second challenge, so my personal challenge this week. I'm going to play some Blitz and see where my rating ends up. I don't really care. Because Jesse he's worked on my mind. I don't care about my rating.
You do care.
I do care. I do.
You really care, don't you?
I do. So yeah, this week it's been a good one. Went out for some pizza with my friends. That was beautiful in the beautiful city of Birmingham. Some guy threw a can of Stella up against us. We were up against the wall. He just lobbed that at us and started shouting some swear words. It was beautiful. It was lovely.
Did he? He wasted a can of Stella on you lot.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, when I obviously finished off the can that he threw, it did taste.
Picked it off.
It tasted a bit pissy. I'm not going to lie, but that is Stella in it. So I don't know. Who knows what it was? Other than that, I went bouldering yesterday. What else? Oh, I've got a lump on my leg. This was an awkward one. I've got a lump on my leg, which I think is probably just a football injury or something. But I had to take a doctor's appointment.
You made me feel that lump. You made me prod your lumpy leg, didn't you, last time? Thank God you didn't make me prod your boulders.
I know, honestly. And it was my third leg you was holding.
Oh.
But yeah, so I had to get the doctors to check this out. But obviously I was at work and I had to go into the toilet to take this phone call. And I just thought the person in the cubicle next to me is just hearing me saying, it's a lump. Yeah, I can send some pictures over. And it just sounded way dodgier than it actually was. So
maybe it was the guy with the mirror.
Maybe
before, who takes that girl's mirror and goes in the toilet with it every day for some unknown reason.
But yeah, that was the awkward moment.
Maybe that mirror, was it under the cubicle? Did you have a look? Was he looking at your lump?
I don't think people want to look at that, if I'm honest. I might be wrong.
Nah.
Maybe they do.
I don't think. Put it on Instagram, see what sort of reaction you get.
Take a little vote. Who's enjoying my lump this week? We'll see. I can't be a very...
exciting
Yeah, this is going to be
week.
bad. Oh, we'll see.
Bouldering,
But,
lumps,
how's your week been now?
stellacams.
And what have you... Yeah, how's your week been?
It's just been a normal week, Joe. First had a bit of fun, went to the pub, as I said. That was really nice. Shit myself in a Tesla. That was interesting. Leather seat, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah, that's it. What I've been exceptionally loving, Jofers, as we are exceptional lovers, so we tell people in our theme music. I've been exceptionally loving on Disney. Well, actually, my family asked me earlier. They said, what are you going to say you've been exceptionally loving this week? And I said, I'm going to say I've been exceptionally loving Mr. In Between. And they said to me, is that another word for your penis? But Mr. In Between isn't what I call my penis, although I'm going to start calling my penis Mr. In Between from now on. But I've been loving the other Mr. In Between on Disney. What a great series. Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Oh, it's lovely. It's Australian. I love these Australian comedies. They really do make me laugh. Australians make great TV, I think. And the stuff I've seen anyway. And this Australian comedy, Mr. In Between, he's a hitman. He is a psycho. And it's just really good viewing. And my Disney subscription, which I had 1 year for free, was about to run out. In fact, it ran out last night at midnight. So that was a good excuse to binge watch all of Mr. In Between over the course of 3 days. 3 series, 3 days. Binge watch Mr. In Between. Got a new nickname for my penis. How about yourself, Joffrey? What you've been
I haven't got a nickname
loving?
for your penis. Weirdly.
Thank God for that.
You know what? Mine's just going to be a repeat of what I've been talking about. So just samosas and bouldering. I love both of those things this week. Yeah, I'm happy I did the bouldering before the samosas because I'm a lot heavier now, a lot less nimble. But that bouldering, man, such good fun. It's just
brilliant.
Oh man,
I would love to share that video of you bouldering that I've got.
I forgot about that video.
That is such a good video where you're screaming and so on, and then you're about, I don't know, 2 inches off the floor.
Yeah, you mugged me off, man, because I'm looking really scared, and then you zoom out, and I'm still on the floor, like barely even got on the wall. It's awful. Classic video. Yeah, we'll have to put that out at some point.
Bouldering and samosas, what a combo!
Oh, it's the dream. On that note, shall we end?
Oh, I could just go and eat some samosas.
Come over, man. Drive down. It's only a 2-hour drive.
Love to. If anybody wants to join us for samosas, you're welcome. If anybody wants to go on Patreon and be our Patreons, if that's a word, I get it wrong every week, but do that. That'd be lovely. Ko-fi, coffee, whatever it's called. Check it out. All the links are there. If nothing else, follow us on Twitter. Join the chess club. There's going to be pictures of Joe's waxy bits on Instagram and his hedgehog pubic style and all. There's going to be all sorts, isn't there, Joe? First, maybe.
We're going to lose about 1,000 followers after this appeal, aren't
I've
we?
gone too far, haven't I? Just let's end it there. Let's end it there. Play us out.
Nice
Actually,
one.
Joe, do you want to play the my attempts at Cantonese, my messed up attempts?
Let's put it in. Nice one.
Catch you later, Joe. First.
See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
别小小请改古仔，mother，别小小请bastard，bloody hell，come on now。